Hello, you welcome back to another brand new tutorial. This is a full mixing and mastering tutorial once again. So this is a project, though there's nothing much going on it. So what we need to do right now is, firstly, we need to identify the tempo of the beat. So we can check the tempo of the beat anyhow we want. Or let's say we don't want to check the tempo of the beat. So let's just dive in. So we need to find our lead. These are the leads. This channel, this one and two, they are the leads. All right. So and this is gonna be our backup. Yeah, this is the backup. All right. So what we need to do is to make this an intro.
What I do? What I do is what I do.
All right, fine. So we say this is uh the line for the intro, also the lead, and yeah, this is one and two for the lead, and this is gonna be for our punching channel. So we don't need other channel. We can delete them. Now we need to create an FX channel. Just right click and find the FX channel. So we already created it. Now we are going to send all of them to the this 1 2 3. We are going to send them to our to the mix channel. So let's rename it and call it FX channel. So though it doesn't mean, but if you have a very large project, at times you need to rename it. But this one we don't really need it. I just did it, but we don't need it. Okay, so now we firstly we need to cut off some noise like all this. I believe you are listening with your earphone,
Yeah.
so we need to cut them off. So how do we do that? We've already sent all this to our FX channel. So in our FX channel, we are going to search for Pro G. So we're looking for G. This Pro G. Now we are going to just follow the settings like this because we want to cut everything that is like under 30.
Yeah.
You can see
Yeah.
there is no more noise. But without this, this is the noise you're going to listen to. You can see. So now that is the first thing you need to do, and the other one for proper sounding. So you need to come over to check out some lower parts, like the part that is not high. Just come and cut it a bit and raise it up a bit. Just do all that dynamically. Do it naturally so it can sound naturally. So and when you are done with it, what you need to do is firstly we can compress it. So what does the compressor does? Now to add our compressor, let's go for C2, and let's uh choose this. There are a lot of compressor. We have multi-band compressor. We have a lot of things. So you just have to come down here and you find your vocal. So and you choose something that work for you here. But this time around, I want to tweak it so that you can see how we used to do it, and I will explain this. This C2, which is Pro 2 compressor 2, the threshold is for the volume. So if I reduce the volume now, you won't hear anything. You see? So let me just move to the beat so you can listen to what I'm doing. You see? So that's the threshold. So, but when we increase it, we listen to the voice. Now you see this ratio. This ratio, you can see you can see all this line coming up. So the ratio means how you want to blend it. So what are these what are the benefits of this of all those lines? All this line you're seeing, all this pinky line is trying to show us that there are some vocals that are exceeding their level. So is trying to compress them for us. You can see this ash area. You can see that a little bit of tiny wave are coming up here. So this ratio is telling us that these are the things I've done for you. Instead of us to come over
Feeling
here
the heat, no fit make me
and
delete. This
instead of us coming over here and be doing all this one and be reducing them one by one just like this, there are a lot of this thing here, so it will take us a lot of time. So that is where the Pro C2, which is compressor mean, that is where it comes in. So it helps
I do
us
so.
to eliminate and or normalize everything.
Wọ́n lọ show pa.
So basically,
Wọ́n lọ show. Wọ́n
see you can
wọ́n lọ
see
show pattern. Wọ́n lọ
some
wọ́n lọ show pa. Wọ́n lọ
you can see some something here like this. You can see this plugin is trying to listen to every details, so it is checking maybe there are some vocal that is not coming out louder. So you can see this pinky line coming up very way higher rather than coming low. So it's trying to bring out some low volume so that we can listen to it, so that it can come out in the mix. So the reason why we put Pro G is that to cut some noise before we compress it. So when you compress without when you compress before Pro G, it won't work, because the compressor will bring out some low part. It will increase the low part automatically. There are some noises that they are also called low parts, so it will increase it automatically and compress the higher part of the vocal. So that's the reason why you need to cut off some noises, some low part that is not important for you. That is why you need to cut them. So that is why we use this Pro G. So now moving on to the C2 again. So now this is the attack. So I want this this plugin to work very fast. So working
wọ́n lọ
very
show
fast,
pattern.
it means it's going to work instantly. The attack, it is very fast. You can see it is 0.005 milliseconds. So you can see it is very, very fast. Then the release, sometimes some people use to put it on the fast release, but for me, for this vocal, we are going to release it. We are going to put the release in the middle. So
Wọ́n lọ show pattern. Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà.
okay, so that is it. You can see everything is working perfectly.
Wọ́n lọ show pattern.
You can see now. You can see everything.
Wọ́n lọ show pattern. Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder.
So just leave it like that. Now we want to equalize to make our sound right. So let's just solo this area. So
Wọ́n lọ show pattern. Pasuma.
now let's add our EQ. Sorry about that. So we search for EQ Q3. So this is Pro Q3.
Wọ́n lọ show pattern.
You can come here and choose a vocal preset. So this is how it looks.
Wọ́n lọ show pattern. Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà.
But we are not going to do that. We are going to do so that you can have more knowledge about this plugin, about this EQ. So firstly, we need to cut out some things. So it doesn't mean if you place one thing you should know that it's not a must you compress before equalizing. You can compress or you can equalize before the before equalizing. So EQ, this is Q3 means equalizer, and so it doesn't mean you can't equalize. You can also what I'm trying to say is that you can equalize before compressing. So you can see I drag the equalizer here. So basically what I want to do is that to cut off some area. So what we are doing right now is that we are bringing up the Pro Q3, which is equalizer, after the Pro G.
Wọ́n lọ show pattern. Pasuma.
So what we need to do
Wọ́n lọ show pattern. Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder.
So you can see there are some frequency here going out so loud. You can see them. So
wọ́n lọ
you
show
just have to drag them
wọ́n
down
lọ
like
show
this.
pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder.
You see there
wọ́n
are
lọ show
some vocal here. Just double click it and take it down.
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ máa fọ́.
Now let's come here to the middle like this and drag it like this, slightly open.
wọ́n lọ
it
show
up.
pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà.
Now we can right click here and make
wọ́n
it
lọ
down
show
a bit.
pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó.
You can also right click and make this
wọ́n lọ
down a
show
bit as
pattern
well.
Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder.
Now don't overdo anything.
wọ́n lọ show
Don't
pattern
overprocess
Pasuma
it.
mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́.
So don't over process anything. Now let's move on to another stage because we're still going to add another EQ. So assuming we have already had our compressor here, so
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder.
now let's add DS. DS, what the DS does is that all the S's will be disappeared. It will disappear. It will clean up our so we call it SDS. So what you need to do is just take this one down. That's
wọ́n lọ
it.
show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe.
So let's listen without the what we have done so far. So
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder.
you can see the difference.
wọ́n lọ show pattern.
Then what we have
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder.
sorry, you can see we are progressing. Now we can add another compressor here, but the compressor we want to add is gonna be multi-band compressor, or you might not add it. So you understand, you might not add it depending on the vocal. So let's play.
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ pósítà.
Yeah, so that's it. So
wọ́n lọ show pattern.
now we need to
wọ́n lọ show.
add a delay. So sorry, we need to add a reverb, which is pro R2. So R2. Now this
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó.
now you can see this space means how wide you want the room to be. So for instance 10 seconds,
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma.
you can see like it's very very large. So but to make it professional, we are gonna leave it as 5.
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma.
Okay, so don't panic, we are going to play the beat and listen to it.
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́.
Okay, good. Now we are now going to add to the dock. So we increase the dock a bit like this, like 2D.
wọ́n lọ show.
Now let me explain what the dock does. Dock is that dock. The docking here means whenever the vocal comes in, instantly the reverb will shut up. Instantly the reverb will stop working, and immediately the vocal pass, then the what they call it will come up back. The reverb will come up. So for you to know what a VST does or what a plugin does, you have to increase everything like this just to know what is working for.
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́.
You can see. So but we are going to reduce it a bit.
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder.
Now let's add to the mix. So here in the mix we need to take it down a bit like this.
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó.
So you just have to listen to it until it fits in with the beat,
wọ́n lọ show.
so you can increase it just to know what is working. Then reduce it gradually until you get the right thing.
wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ pósítà. wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá.
Alright, fine, this is perfect for
wọ́n
us.
lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ.
Then also let's try to reduce the this.
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ.
Alright, fine. So let's move to another thing which is called timeless.
wọ́n lọ show pattern Pasuma mi.
Now this is where it comes handy. So you have to listen, since we don't calculate the tempo, so there are some DAW that counting or dictating tempo on them can be so hard. So for the sake of those people that can't get the tempo right on their DAW, we are just going to find the tempo manually here.
wọ́n lọ ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́.
So let's start from 600. Let's see how it's gonna work on. So how do I type in 600? You have to double tap this thing, this hash button like this. So double tap it and type 600.
wọ́n lọ ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wọ́ndà kó bá tẹ.
So you can see it's very late. So let's try 500 again.
wọ́n lọ ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wọ́ndà kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ pósítà.
Okay, fine. I believe this is perfect. So to know it, you can come to the silent area and
Yeah. What I do? What I do is what I do. DFS. SLS Loba.
okay, fine. So let's reduce the weight here and see how it's
Yeah. What I do? What I do is what I do. DFS. SLS Loba.
so increase a bit.
Yeah. What I do?
So anything you see here, you can multiply it by 2. Instead of 500, we can say 1000. So multiply by 2.
Yeah. What I do? What I do is what I do. DFS.
So if I put this weight on you,
Yeah. What I do? What I do is what I do. DFS.
you can see. So reduce it to 17 or 15. Sorry, let's reduce it.
Yeah.
Just until it's fitting with the beat. Just keep doing it.
Yeah. What I do? What I do is what I do. DFS.
Alright, so let's move on to the busy part.
wọ́n lọ ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wọ́ndà kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ pósítà.
Okay, good. Now let's listen to everything together. I've removed this.
mo fẹ́ ṣe 1 fast 2 fast tí bá ṣe 1 fast kó máa gbá mẹ́ta pass.
Now, this backup, we want to do another thing on it. So we are not going to add it to the effects channel. We are going to add it to the main track insert. So let's go and insert something here. Let's add Pro Q to it. Oh, sorry, Q3 rather. So let's add Q3 there. Now there is a preset here called phone. So let's pick this phone.
mo fẹ́ ṣe 1 fast 2 fast.
So let's solo it and you listen to
ṣe
what
1
I'm saying.
fast kó máa gbá mẹ́ta pass mo fẹ́ ṣe kó wá cast bá fọ́ mara tí bá kan wá chow.
Now let's add a reverb to it, which is R. Yeah, Pro R. And this time around, we're gonna make it somehow wide, like going to be like 5 or.
ṣe 1 fast kó máa gbá mẹ́ta pass mo fẹ́ ṣe kó wá cast bá fọ́ mara tí bá kan wá chow. wọ́n ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wọ́ndà kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ bá gbọ́ pósítà kìló pa kìlómítà.
Alright, so let's check.
ṣe 1 fast kó máa gbá mẹ́ta pass mo fẹ́ ṣe kó wá cast bá fọ́ mo.
So it'd be like it's too much. It's like it's too much. Let's reduce it a bit.
ṣe 1 fast kó máa gbá.
Now we can do or let's to make it more professional. So let's remove all the plugins we had to this.
2 fast bá ṣe 1 fast kó.
Now let's add another effects channel. So we call this one backup or punch. So punch. Yeah, let's call it punch, and let's send it to the punch channel.
2 fast bá ṣe.
There is no effect here, but there is something I like Amplitude about is that once you I want to copy the effect that is in this channel to this channel in one go in a go. So just click on M. So it will bring out the mixer, and you see this area. You just have to hold it and drag it here, so it will copy automatically all the effects. You can see it now.
2 fast.
No, now I'm going to add another EQ here, and I will call it Q3. So just to go down and add this, what do you call it, phone.
too far tí bá ṣe one fast kó máa gbá mẹ́ta pass mo fẹ́ ṣe kó wá ká tí bá fọ́ mo máa rà tí bá.
Then I want to increase the pro R, which is for our reverb.
too far tí bá ṣe one fast kó máa gbá mẹ́ta pass mo fẹ́ ṣe kó wá ká tí bá.
Then I'll reduce the volume of the punch a bit from the punch, what do you call it.
too far tí bá ṣe one fast kó máa gbá.
Alright, so I believe you are with me.
too far tí bá ṣe one fast kó máa gbá mẹ́ta pass mo fẹ́ ṣe.
Now to make your to make it sound more glitch, or to add a glitch to your vocal.
tí bá fọ́ mo máa rà tí bá ju kán wá chap wọ́n lọ ṣó.
Here, just zoom it and cut it like this. Then copy it here and copy it here like this.
wọ́n lọ ṣó pattern pass wọ́n lọ ṣó pattern pass máa mi fẹ́ ṣe.
And also here you can remove this beat, so it will sound.
wọ́n lọ ṣó pattern.
You can say
wọ́n lọ ṣó pattern pass máa mi fẹ́ ṣe wonder kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ pósítà kìlóbà kìlómítà lótò ní díngà set àwọn sójà small to bigger padà bí master money na water mo ti wọ kódà.
then you can reduce the beat volume a bit, just like this.
mo ti wọ kódà mo ti rí kọ́nà ó dàbí mábà bọ̀ kò ní fítà máa bó ṣe stanga sódà ní stanza I feel like crap me too dey try body dey scratch we still dey grind mama dey house but me wanna shine dem say na time but body dey cry I wan make my dream mo pe yálà tí I'm craving big things you know what I mean no matter you gats face some shit I'm feeling the heat no fit make me delete they say na lit they call me beast they can't believe.
Okay, so I don't want to waste time on listening to the song, so I'm just gonna make some few changes here, like some things. Alright, so if I should be playing this, I believe we are going to spend an hour on this thing, and I don't want us to go that deep.
ó dàbí mábà bọ̀ kò ní fítà máa bó ṣe stanga sódà ní stanza I feel like crap me too dey try.
Alright, so let's switch to the mastering process. So let's do this one manually, and we move to this. Then we move. Sorry, about the noise. All right. Okay. Let's believe we are done here, and let's. Okay, remain this area. Okay, now let's move to the mixing part, mastering part. So go to your mixer, like pressing them. The first thing we need to do right now is to equalize. So we search for equalize. So before you master your song after mixing, you have to give yourself a fresh ear before you come a master. But this time around we are doing it on a go, because if there is a problem we are always going to come back and check it before sending the project out to the artist. So we click on this Q3 we click on the Q. So let's just all the weak area here, we are just going to do them like this. So let's just those areas. So you can see this area just a little bit, right click on them, make it dynamic. Alright, so I just want to do this for no reason. Okay, so now let's add another compressor, which is MB multiband compressor. So you don't have to do much here, because this is mastering. There are some presets that work with mastering, so you can just go to the mastering area here and basically choose this. So let's check what we've done so far with the mastering. Okay, so if you don't get the point of the mastering here, the mastering is that there are some moody vocal, and this automatically clear them out. So without the mastering, without the multiband, so with them, you can feel some live and some ear in the what do you call it, in the mix. Now, what we need to add next is this time around we need to find something to gain it. So, and then I don't want to use anything external here, because if I am to make a video with amplitude without using Pro Filter, there are a lot of plugins I can use that would make my work, that will speed up my project. But we are working on Pro fabfilter, so we are not going to add anything external to it. So it's just only fabfilter. So let's find out. There are a lot of things like Saturn. Let's go and choose a Saturn. But this Saturn, if you're not careful, is going to run everything you've been doing. So let's just choose it and work on it carefully. So this is a Saturn. So Saturn rather. So we'll have to click on this. If when you over here, you can see some plus. So let's take this one off. So this will stand for our bass, and another band here will stand for our mid bass, and this can stand for our mid, and here can stand for our mid high, and this one, this, let's find another. Okay, good. Let's make this one our high, and let's make this on our bass. So just 4 band. Let's make it another. Let's have another one here. So okay, fine. Just drag it like this. This one for our eyes, for our eye, and this for the mid eye. So this for the bass, this for the mid bass. So maybe okay. Let's just leave it. Now, it doesn't mean you should do it this way, but you can just find your way out to do it anyhow you want it. So any way, anyhow you need it, so you can just do it. Doesn't mean you should do it this way, but what we want to focus is the mid and the eyes a bit. You can see there are some low frequency here. We just have to boost them a bit. You can see. Then we can reduce this one as well a bit. So you have to do it slightly, just like you are not touching it, just slightly. Because if you do it like this, you can see. So you don't overdo it, you just do it slightly, like you are barely touching it. Believe me, they are all working. So if you touch it just a little tweak, it will work. It's not that you are you're just going to ruin it. If you do it too much, you're going to ruin it. Just like this, little bit, like you barely touch it. So and if you can see, so that's the bass. It's work on the bass just a bit. So let's check it out. You can see the mixing without the mastering, without mastering touch. Now let's check the mix, the master. Now what we've been doing, we've been messing around with the volume. So far we've been messing around with the volume, so we have to increase the volume and boom, we are done here. Just increase the volume and play it.
Party bá fọ̀ mo máa ráì síwájú kan wá chá. Wọ́n lọ ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wọ́ndà kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́.
Now the bass is gone, so let's check.
Party bá fọ̀ mo máa ráì síwájú kan wá chá. Wọ́n lọ ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wọ́ndà kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ pósítà kílóbà kìlómítà lótò ní díngà set àwọn sójà small to bigger padà bí master money na water mo ti wọ kódà mo ti rí kọ́nà ó dàbí mábà bọ̀ kò ní fìtà máa bó ṣe stanga so then stanza I feel like crack me too dey try body. Party bá fọ̀ mo máa ráì síwájú kan wá chá. Wọ́n lọ ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wọ́ndà kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà. Party bá fọ̀ mo máa ráì síwájú kan wá chá. Wọ́n lọ ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wọ́ndà kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́.
So
Party bá fọ̀ mo máa ráì síwájú kan wá chá. Wọ́n lọ ṣó pátá Pasuma mi fẹ́ ṣe wọ́ndà kó bá tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ kóńgà tẹ máa fọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ pósítà kílóbà kìlómítà lótò ní díngà.
alright, so this is where we're gonna stop today. And if you have any question, please do let me know. Although it doesn't mean you are going to use Pro Fab filter for throughout your mixing and mastering. Like I said, if I am to mix professionally without this tutorial, because I base this tutorial on Pro Fab filter, let me say fab filter, so I don't want to add any external thing. But the output of the song, or if I want to mix another song, I will choose to use the mix of Pro Fab, let me say fab filter, and the stock plugin. So just to speed up my job and to make everything sound nice, everything work together for goodness. So they work hand in hand together. So if you want to make a great mix and great mastering, doesn't mean you should use one plugin from a battery. You can use a lot. You can use from Wave, you can use from your stock plugin, you can use from any, just to make it sound right. So it's not a must you follow my step, but for the sake of this tutorial, I made this and I base it on fab filter. So I'll see you in the next video. My name is Jayvoice, and please do subscribe to my channel. Peace.